See, I recently reviewed the Jude 3 project video about the connections between Jesus and Horus, and this is going to be part of a long form video. But I just have to say that it's clear that this channel, this platform is not African centered. It's clear that they're using blackness as a, kind of window dressing to promote Orthodox Western Christianity. It's clear that they don't necessarily have black liberation in mind in the sense of their usage of the gospel, especially not geopolitically. And, we view black liberation from a full spectrum perspective, but they're probably dealing with a type of inner peace where, the status quo is not challenged, at least not effectively. So, just going over the video, the type of double-minded, double-speak where in one breath they say that we can't look at the ancient Kemites from a Western perspective, and then in the next breath they create a dichotomy between lineal historical documentation and symbolic inferences. Now, just basic common sense of African cultures, period, you will know that they have a monistic way of viewing reality, or they have a harmonious monism between all that can be seen, felt, and thought of. That's kind of basic information when you're dealing with an African population. Now, the issue here comes that when you're dealing with a lot of these historical theological developments, these theological principles, the Trinity, the so-called virgin birth, the Good Shepherd, and many of these different motifs associated with Jesus Christ and many of the different characters within the Abrahamic traditions, the philosophical principles and tools that were used to build these motifs, and many times the motifs themselves originated within an African context. The reason why it's difficult for Jude 3 to admit this is because then they'd have to admit that Western Orthodox Christianity is incorrect in their demonization, their wholesale demonization of African cultures. And funny thing in the video, and this goes back to the double-mindedness, they mention that it's wrong to just wholesale demonize African culture. And then what do? They demonize, castigate, even bastardize the representation of Heru and Asar just to push their, Western Christian Orthodox narrative. So again, I'm going to respond to this in a longer video, but I was honestly very unimpressed with that presentation, and it left a lot to be desired. And I'm just going to leave it at that.